I got these. I wore them to high school one time. Mm-hmm. I made it probably to like maybe like 4th, 5th period around lunchtime, and my feet hurt so fucking bad. Like,
please don't tell me you went barefoot.
No, I didn't go barefoot because I couldn't do that. But like,
I'm gonna end this Discord call.
At one point though, like, at one point, well, no, I didn't wear socks with them. Like with the.
No, I mean, like, I was just hoping the story didn't end with you being like, and I took them off, and I went the rest of the day with no shoes.
No, but it literally fucked up the feeling in the bottom of my feet because I remember like I did take them off for a second, like at my locker, which is carpeted area, right? Mm-hmm. But like. It made the carpet. It was that shitty high school carpet, which is really just a fucking thin strip of nothing.
That thin like office carpet.
It felt like fucking like the most plush cotton after wearing those. Like I was saying, like, oh my god, this is amazing, but I had to put these back on because again, I can't walk around the fucking high school barefoot. I never wore them again. It was the worst. In fact, I left them in my sister's car at a Breaking Benjamin concert, and they melted together. It was an outdoor concert in July.
Why do all of your stories end in an incredible escalation? Like, it's never just a normal sandal story. It always has to go way back up.
Oh my god.
So they melted together at a Breaking Benjamin concert.
You're literally like every indie dev company storyteller. Like
it's true.
Just going, and then the last chapter is like, oh,
now we're fighting God. It is a minisode, Sushie's minisode. We did have a quick little story here. I did tell Sam to shut up so we could tell the story beforehand or afterhand. It's over there.
Oh yay!
Because I had to fucking edit this morning.
I know.
And so basically, we did this. We took the dogs to the dog park the other day, right? And there's this pretty nice dog park around here. I like it a lot. It's up on this big hill. It's really pretty. The dogs seem to like it a lot. We took them there 2 days in a row, or not 2 days in a row. Like it was 2 days over the course of like a week. The first day it was kind of funny because Koji got knocked over and he comically went rolling down the hill by a bigger dog. That was kind of funny. We felt a little bad for him, but then he tried to
felt terrible.
Then he tried to drag a dead bird into the fence, so
it wasn't,
we felt a little less bad after that point.
It wasn't a dead bird. It was an old ass tennis ball that looked like a dead bird.
But that's not the story we were here to tell. The story we were here to tell involved us going the second time. Do you want to take the lead on this?
Yeah. Okay. So we go to the dog park, and when we ride up, we're like, oh, it's not that busy. It's pretty nice. You know, whatever. And so that the dogs don't trip out of the car, AJ grabbed a couple boxes of like just random car trash.
It was literally like
an old drink container.
Yeah, an old drink container, like an old cardboard drink container, and that's like an old box from like a fucking like takeout burger thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah. Okay, so we walk into the park, we walk through the first little thing, we walk through the second little thing, and when we walk through into where the actual like open park is, there's like all these people huddled around the fucking entrance, and I don't know why they're all huddled around the entrance. Just the gigantic park, you could walk anywhere.
Like literally get the fuck away from us so we can get in.
Get out of the way.
We don't want to be anywhere near you because we're still in a fucking pandemic.
Yeah.
But like you're all fucking standing by the gate for some reason. Like get the fuck out of the way.
So, the first lady looked at AJ and was like, "Oh, I really wouldn't bring food in here." And he's like, "Oh, it's empty. It's just garbage. It's empty." And then out of nowhere, do you want me to tell the story?
Well, I thought it fucking happened to me, so I'm pissed off about it. Because that's not what she said. She said, I really wouldn't recommend you bring the food in here.
Oh.
That's what she fucking said. So like, and that's why I was like, and I snapped back and I was like, I'm fucking not. I'm throwing this away. It's garbage. And then she continued and was like, okay, well, it's against the rules.
That was another lady. Another lady chimed in. She was like, it's actually and she used the word law. It's actually against the law to bring food into a dog park. And
wow.
And I looked up at her and I didn't say it, but I wanted to say it because
oh my God.
None of these women were wearing masks. And there's a clear sign at the beginning of the park, at the beginning of the entrance to the dog park, that says, wear a fucking mask. and stay fucking 6 feet apart. And I thought about it afterwards, but I looked up and walked away, and I should have said, you should be wearing a mask too, but here we are. But we walked away because they wouldn't stop. They wouldn't, AJ had literally thrown it away at this point, and we were walking away, and they were continuing on. And we literally, both of us.
They wouldn't drop it?
We, both of us were like, I don't care. I really do not care.
Like, and the thing is, the thing is, one, I'm just throwing this shit away, but two, this is the only spot there were trash cans. The trash cans were inside the dog park, not outside.
There were no trash cans anywhere else.
I literally, as I grabbed this shit, I was like, oh, I'm gonna throw. I literally said, Sam, like, I'm gonna throw this away in the trash can in there. And I'm walking in, and the thing is, when we walk in, I first start walking straight to the trash can anyway. But at the same time, the audacity to just be like, why are you fucking talking to me? And so, like, I'm already getting pretty heated at this point, but I'm trying to like kind of keep my cool because I'm just throwing this shit away. But like I could tell I'm kind of escalating in the way, like, because I said I don't care 3 times at 3 different volumes. like because like,
well, the thing was like I could understand like being like, oh man, I really wouldn't bring the dog food in here because or food in here because I understand like people don't want their dogs accidentally eating food that they don't know what the hell is. Got it. First time, that's an accident. But he clearly stated, oh, this is garbage. This is garbage.
This is literally garbage.
This is garbage. This is garbage. And he immediately threw it away. Mm-hmm. And then the other people started chiming, or this other lady chimed in with her wrong information. There's no laws at the dog park. Like,
yeah. There's not even a fucking sign that says don't bring food.
My word is a law.
So, like, then they kept chatting to each other, and he said it 3 times. This is garbage. I'm just throwing it away. It's empty. I'm throwing it away. And he walked off, and they kept going. And literally, as I walked by, I was like, I don't care. Stop talking to me.
Yeah, like,
I don't care. Stop talking to me.
And you know,
it's over.
It's
you
over.
Already did it.
You know what they were? You know who they were? They were some fucking 50 to 60-year-old white women.
I knew it. Yep, I literally knew it. I knew it.
Always
middle-aged.
I have never
bored.
I have never in my life been somewhere and not minded my own business.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Like they can't. It's like I don't know. It's like an affliction. Like it's like a tick. They cannot not mind their business.
Yeah, it's like,
you know.
And the thing is, I feel like a lot of it is like these fucking women were not. Wow, the way I was about to word this almost sounded way more. I'm glad I dialed this back for a second. Because what I was gonna say, I'll say I was gonna say as a joke. I was gonna say they weren't like. I was gonna say when they were kids, they weren't like put in their place. But I didn't mean it like that as a sense of women. I mean like they weren't shot down in the sense of like, you know, like
they weren't told no.
Exactly. Like if I acted up as a kid, I was put in my fucking place.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Like, you know, they weren't like.
I think they also like just don't get attention at home.
Yeah. But like
it's a control thing.
Yeah, it's some sort of bullshit.
They see 2 young people walking in the park. Oh, they're up to no. And of course, AJ wears his leather jacket to the dog park, so that just ups the ante.
I mean, it was fucking windy, man. It's on a hill
with his DBZ haircut, and they're like,
God.
that guy's gonna fuck some dogs.
Like, the thing is, I just want to be like, listen, like. I'm a fucking 34-year-old man. Don't speak to me. Don't ever fucking open your mouth in my general direction. Like, do not speak words to me. Like, I don't.
And of course, later on, this woman's dog like went ham on
someone else's dog,
and they had to like pull them apart.
Yeah.
Of course,
I'm shocked. I tell you,
course.
I'm shocked
because you know what she wasn't doing? Paying fucking attention to her dog.
No.
When instead she's paying attention to the people coming into the fucking park. It's like, you know what we did when we got there? We walked the fuck away from everybody, and then we're off on our own because again, why are you around a bunch of people? Like the whole don't be near the entrance, you know? Don't be here. Oh God. It's one of those things like I hate that moment of wanting to have gone back and said some shit. Like I wanted to go back and say some shit and I didn't. And I'm like,
yeah.
But like all I wanted to do was throw this garbage away and make sure our dogs didn't fucking roll down the hill again. Like so like
because immediately what happened was Koji fell in the trench.
Yeah. And literally afterwards he literally because they're like doing some like irrigation thing or whatever. And like he fucking patrols the border, and they dug this trench right by the fence, and somehow he lifts his leg to pee and doesn't realize that's the same leg he's standing on and falls in the trench. And we're like, you fucking dummy, like. We got more important things to deal with, Karen, than your dumb bullshit. Like, also, how would you look at someone's empty drink container? It's clearly empty. There's no cups in this. It's clearly empty.
Literally empty.
And be like, you can't bring that in here. Fucking, what? I hate you.
Right. But also, like, okay, whatever. You have the urge to say something, but once you two are like, oh, no doubt, but it's empty. It's just garbage. Why keep going on?
That's what I actually don't get. Because it was fine until the other lady chimed in, was like, is this against the law? Lady,
because
what the fuck?
They don't give a fuck about having a conversation. They don't give a fuck about any of this. They only want to be right. Mm-hmm. And for them to be right, they have to keep talking.
Yeah.
That's the only way for them to be right. Because like, if we say like, we're not, it's literally garbage, then in their head, they're not right. But they have to be right. They have to get that final word in when they don't realize we're not even fucking having a conversation. Yeah. We're not addressing you. This isn't a debate. There's nothing here. You're just talking now, and we're walking away from you. And that's why we're both saying, we're literally audibly saying, I don't care. These are the words we're...
Right.
I don't care. As we walk away,
because you already said what you had to say.
Yeah.
Like, there's no more conversation
Stop talking to me.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Don't look at me, don't talk to me.
What do you got for us?
Hi, welcome to the Everyone Sucks Here podcast. It's Minisode Monday.
Yeah.
This is Sushie coming right at you with my episode today.
1 2 1 2.
And we're so angry that she's just gonna talk the whole time. We're just never gonna speak again. It's just sushi. Just the sushi.
So AJ's portion of the podcast is over.
Yeah.
We went over anime hair, bitchy middle-aged women. All right.
What else do we not
What
do?
else?
Yeah,
what
right.
else? All right. Well, welcome back to the podcast. It's Monday. How you guys doing?
Well, we're doing. We're here. We're ready to
You're ready? Ready to
dive into
rumble?
some assholes.
I'm ready to spit some shit.
Both.
I'm getting mentally prepared for entering the outside world. I'm half vaccinated. I have my next vaccine next week.
Ooh.
We got ours in 10 days.
Yeah.
Nice.
Both of my feet are asleep, and it's the worst kind. It's like they're tingly. It's because I was fucking like crouched over all weird. So both of them are asleep, and it's like that painful tingly one. And oh my God, I hate this.
Oh, it feels like the way seltzer tastes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sparkly.
Wow. I've never heard that, but yes.
You know what I'm talking about. It's just like it's like TV static.
You know why? Because you got so angry retelling the story that it raised your blood pressure, but you were actually cutting it off because you were sitting like a gremlin the entire time.
Yep. What you get for sitting like a gremlin.
Tell us about your assholes.
Okay, let me tell you about my asshole.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for suing my girlfriend after she had my 1967 Impala project taken to the scrapyard? He starts with, I'll try to keep this short.
And then wrote a novel.
Yep. So, yeah. So it's not that short. Everyone, buckle up.
I feel like I've read this one.
Oh, yeah?
I'm curious.
Well,
is it an older one?
Maybe. It's an older one, yeah.
Okay, I might have read this one. I'm curious. Yeah.
I had a 1967 Impala four-door. I think they have a picture. Let's see. Oh, no. It's too old. It's gone. The picture is gone. Oh, well. You guys can Google that if you want. I don't particularly care. That I bought in February 2019. A couple months ago, I bought my first house that had a 2.5 car garage. What does that mean? How do you have a half a car? It's like a golf cart?
You know, I don't know. I can only assume that they have like maybe like 2 garage doors, like specific parking, and then like maybe a door on the side where you can actually walk in. Maybe that's what it means.
So like for a mountain bike? Like what's...
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Maybe there's another entrance, like a separate entrance.
Like one in the outside and one in the house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't fucking know.
I moved the car in and started tearing it down for a complete restoration. I had the body in one bay and the chassis in another, plus the whole garage filled with parts. About 2 months ago, my girlfriend came to live with me during the whole crisis. I guess the pandemic.
Is crisis in fucking quotations?
No. And this was written 10 months ago, so I guess it was like stay in place part of pandemic. The whole time, she hated that car. She wants to park in the garage, but I have 2 acres of land with a lot of nice places to park under shady trees, or hell, even in the barn if she has to be inside. I tell her, tough luck, it's my house, and it's not like I can just throw it back together real quick. Anyways, I was out of town for a couple of days on a business trip for a small local company I work for. When I got back, my girlfriend was all smiles, making me food all the time, doing all the chores, all that. I thought maybe she was happy to have me home, but then I realized I didn't see her car in its usual spot. I asked her where she parked so I could make sure to mow that area and keep it clean. And she said not to worry because she parked in the garage. I asked how, and she told me to go check it out. Turns out that while I was gone, she hired some people to come over and move everything related to that car, including the drivetrain, body, and chassis, all parts, and take it to the local dump/scrapyard. I was absolutely dumbfounded. I'd spent over $11,000 on that car, including new parts, services, and the car itself. I told her that I was going to be taking her to court for that, and she brushed me off like I was being dramatic. I told her that it's done between us and to pack her things and leave. I admit I was really angry, but I did end up getting a lawyer, and as I have all the receipts for all the money I spent, and I have her on my house's security cam footage, letting the guys in and watching them take it all, I think I can win. Her family and friends are absolutely blowing me up, saying it's just a stupid old piece of junk and that she cannot possibly pay all that money back and that I should just let it go. But I've been putting all my time, effort, and money into that car for 1.5 years now, and god damn it, if I'm not gonna just get justice for what she did, am I the asshole? So there's a couple of edits and some updates.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you all so much for the support and awards and everything. I'm glad I have some people on my side. I got a call from her mom about 20 minutes ago, and she told me that I was ruining her daughter's life over a stupid car. I told her she's ruined her own life. I've been gathering documentation and stuff, and I'm about to head down to the police station and file a report as suggested by Lots here. Once again, thank you all. And then there's 2 updates. Update number 1. I went to the police station last night. I was told to come back in the morning. Just got back and filed an official report against her for grand larceny and grand theft auto. I showed them all the receipts I had for the car and the footage of her letting the guys come and take it, as well as the title for the vehicle in my name. They said they would be in contact with all 3 parties, me, ex-girlfriend, and junkyard guys soon, and they will hopefully be able to recover some or all of the car. I just have to wait now. And then giant update.
Oh, God.
They found my goddamn car. The junkyard guys apparently were in the middle of hiding it when the police came to ask them questions.
Hiding it?
It must have, I don't know anything about cars, but maybe it's like
a 67 Impala is a pretty nice car.
Maybe it's like a rare car or something like that, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's like a 67 Mustang, you know, like maybe it's like a sweet spot in production or something. Like, I don't know. But he seems very passionate about it. So, you know, it must be like a cool car or something. I just don't know anything about cars. It was on a forklift, and they were going to put it on top of a pile of cars that was hidden behind more pile of cars. They said it was theirs, and they had the title, but obviously they didn't have the title for it. And since they matched the VIN on the chassis and the body to the VIN on my title, it was obviously mine. I know at least one person there has been arrested. I think he was in the camera footage I talked about earlier, but I don't know if it was the boss or whomever, or even his specific charge. They also told me they would be looking into this specific junkyard for any other vehicles reported stolen. They said they hadn't been able to get in contact with my ex just yet, but they're working on it. I'm just so glad they found my car. Luckily, I made quite an album of pictures detailing my tearing it down, so I can use that to prove what parts they had that were mine, so I can hopefully get most or all of it back. Police haven't let me take it back home yet, as they say it's evidence or something, so hopefully I can get it back eventually. Thank you all so much for the support and advice. She's gonna be all right. What a turnaround. Wild ride.
I'm glad he got his stuff back, because I get like being in a relationship with someone and like maybe, you know, your projects are not the ideal projects of like someone else, but this seemed really important to him, you know, like this was a side project for him. He's put a lot of money into it. This was his house. He let her live with him.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, she became super entitled. I need to park in the garage. Why? Why do you need to park in the garage? Like, she left literally no workaround. Like, maybe it's a 2-car garage. Maybe he eventually would have been like, look, why don't you just park in the garage? I'll park on the street, or I'll fucking park. He was like, I'll mow a spot, you know, like maybe I'll fucking mow a spot for my other car.
He was trying to be pretty accommodating.
Yeah, and she literally, you do not, I don't know what made her think that she was going to win by selling something. You knew you were wrong if you had to wait until he had to leave.
Yeah.
You knew
Doing
you were
something sneaky
wrong.
like that.
Yeah, you had to sneak around, and then to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna make dinner and go look in the garage. Look what I did."
That
what are you
cutesy
talking
bullshit,
about?
Like, I'm just gonna do it. Like,
No, like I can't. Like there are definitely some things that I don't understand about like people. You know, I've been in relationships with, and their projects and their hobbies and stuff. Have I ever sold any of their fucking shit? No. Because it's not my fucking shit.
right.
Yeah.
It's not my shit. Like, that's not something that you do.
Don't touch other people's stuff. Like,
I mean, if he had not said, I'm going, like, to, like, he ended it right then and there. If he had not,
he was
I
like,
would have
"Get
been
out the
like,
fucking house."
bruh, you gotta dump this chick. Like, holy shit. Sue her ass, take her ass. And then the fact that these people are like, oh, just... You know, that's a lot of money. Yeah, it is a lot of money that he just
Stole
lost.
someone's car then.
You don't steal somebody's fucking car.
yeah. And when they're and I love people like who have this weird their argument is, well, you know, it's just a piece of junk anyway. Well, obviously it wasn't if it's worth $11,000 or whatever the fuck amount of money was spent into, you know, like
I'm sure a lot of those parts are extremely hard to find, especially
that's
when
the thing,
restoring
especially
cars.
with classic cars. Yeah, like classic cars, you're good fucking luck because a lot of that's just not even going to be made anymore. If you want to have like the authentic stuff, you're going to have to like find an old classic and take it from that. Or, like, there's a whole fucking thing with that. And to fuck with somebody's car, especially also, you can't just that aside, you can't just sell someone else's car. There's the reason there's titles to
That's
cars.
why it's Grand Theft Auto, because she stole it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it doesn't like.
So
like,
you already know that the scrappers were like scammers to begin with because
Oh
they
yeah, they were
overlooked
like,
that.
oh,
Yeah,
baby,
yeah.
exactly.
this broad's dumb.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, and
oh
that-
yeah.
They were getting over on her.
And the thing is, they're just as guilty because at the same time they knew what they were doing because you can't just
Yeah,
you can't,
and especially since they were trying to hide it in the back.
Oh yeah.
like
they knew what it was worth.
For those of you who don't know, there's when it comes to cars, you also can't just give a car to somebody. You literally have like if you have to sell a car. Like unless you like if you're like a parent and like okay, you know, you bought this car and it's like you can put it like your kid's name or whatever, but like if you just have a car and you're like I'm gonna give this to my friend Dave, you have to sell him that car.
Yeah.
You have to sell him it.
$1, you have to
yeah,
sell it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like here's $10 and then you can sell them and they can buy the title from you and then you can put it in their name. But
Yeah.
like
so they had no right to take that car.
yeah, so
Exactly.
if this was in this dude's name, there's like he didn't sign anything. He didn't.
Yeah,
There's
this
nothing
woman
here.
Has no.
Yeah.
She's not his wife.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
I've literally donated a car because it was worthless and I couldn't sell it. And there's even extra paperwork you have to do because you're not technically selling and you're donating. Like there's a whole other fucking paperwork you have to go through. So the fact that like there was no paperwork probably gone over, like this is they're scammers, dude. Like oh my God.
Like,
I wonder if she knew them.
Like what? Yeah.
Or she just called somebody.
Like why? Yeah. Why is your daughter hanging out with such seedy characters?
Right.
Yeah. Could you imagine being so bratty over a parking spot that you just get rid of someone's
Can you imagine being
belongings?
so bratty over a parking spot over like a house when you're not even fucking married to this person and
Right.
therefore it's not even your place?
God, I just can't even.
Like,
imagine acting like that. I can't. I can't
again,
fathom it.
And you know she did it in a really cutesy I'm just gonna get rid of it.
And that's another thing too. Is there's it's not even like they were together and they got this home together.
Yeah, he had the house before.
That'd be a much different. It still wouldn't be acceptable because that's still his stuff. But she'd have more of a leg to stand on. We're together. We got this place together. You're kind of hogging all the space. But this is already his house. You're living.
Yeah.
Right, the car existed longer than she did in the relationship situation.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And he can't put the car back together and put it in the barn.
Yeah.
It's already exploded in the garage. What do you want to do? It's the garage.
He can get a new girlfriend. Can't get a new car.
Can't get another 67 Impala.
Yeah. All right.
So that was my story.
Well, take us into Missed Connectionsville.
Okay. Am I doing both or just the one you posted?
Just do both. Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I don't know. I mean, this one's short. I don't know how long yours is, but the one I sent, I just think it's particularly funny for you to read. Also, it's from Australia.
Oh my
it's from
God.
Australia.
Oh my God.
We went.
All right. So AJ provided me with a misconnection. I'll read two. This was from Sydney.
Yep. I went.
You went international?
I went international.
All right. This is Misconnections, by the way. We haven't done it consistently in a few weeks. So if you're newer to the podcast, we pick some silly postings from Craigslist because they're funny.
And if you guys have any, if you have any misconnections that you want us to do, send them to us. We'll read them.
Screenshot it first because I always get deleted.
Yeah, take a screenshot of it and send it to us.
Screenshot it, then email us or post it wherever you got to post it. Tweet us or something. We'll find it.
Yeah.
All right. So from Sydney, Australia, you were the lady on the Manly Ferry.
I'm assuming Manly is a location in Australia.
But still.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still.
But it's funnier to just.
It was like a sausage fest. What are you talking?
You were on that big ferry full of men.
Full of dicks.
You were the only woman on that
We
big
only
old
ferry
Manly
dicks.
I got that Bukkake ferry.
Ew! God damn it, why can't that be the title?
I just
Analytics!
I just happened. Could that be the title? I don't know. Anyway.
Oh my God. All right. I'm going to assume Manly is an area and not Manly, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Me, 40s beard. It's not getting better. It's not getting better. You are 30 to 40s, sitting opposite me, legs parted, with no panties on. But you saw me looking and gave me a filthy smile. Why did I get picked to read this? I hate you, AJ.
So
I should have asked for your number, as all I have now is filthy thoughts about what we could do together. Really? I'm confused. Is it a boat full of men? Your 40s beard? If you're a beard.
Me, 40s, beard.
On a boat full of men, pick me out.
On a boat full of men, on a manly boat, but you're a beard. I'm very confused.
I'm pretty sure
just left
Manly
confused.
is a bay in Sydney, Manly Bay or something. So you're on the Manly Ferry. I want to say that's what that is. But okay, can anyone here? You two are women. Can you describe to me what a filthy smile is? What is a filthy smile?
I think it's
you smile and I can tell you haven't brushed
smirk.
in 10 years.
It's a smirk, yeah.
But
See,
she knows she was showing full vag.
what was that? What was that movie where Sharon Stone fucking?
Yeah. The Graduate? No, not The Graduate.
not the graduate.
The Graduate?
No, not The Graduate.
Dustin
not it.
Hoffman, please.
That's not it.
That's why he looks so sad at the end of the movie when he's sitting there all sad and she's in her wedding dress and full vag.
Oh my God.
As the credits roll.
Could you imagine sitting on a ferry spread eagle
I know you didn't mean to say it, but it literally sounded like you said, "Could you imagine?"
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Can we make
gonna
that
bother me
the
forever
title? Could you imagine?
it has the guy from the Mighty Ducks in it, doesn't it?
I swear to God.
I
swear to God, if you don't fucking stop it.
Look up Sharon Stone Beaver scene Mighty Ducks. That's a Google image.
I think I won't, but thank you. Thank you for the suggestion.
Well, okay.
Coochie Imagine.
Beaver ideas. Basic instinct.
Basic instinct. That's right.
Pinterest, please.
well, because-
16 beaver ideas. Why does Pinterest absolutely... Oh my god, this Pinterest board is titled Beaver, but it's nothing but Sharon Stone images.
Oh.
So upset.
Well, yeah, I forget which. There's one of those like fucking comedy movies that came out that had Charlie Sheen in it playing like it was a spoof movie, you know, and they spoofed that scene, and literally. When she opens her legs, a full-on actual beaver face is just like peeking out, like. It
wasn't airplane. It was.
like.
I know. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Now I can't remember.
It was like was it the fucking one where like they were. Fuck, because it was Charlie Sheen, but like at one part he was like Rambo and he's like ripped too. Like there's a whole thing. I forget what Charlie Sheen's spoof movie was.
My fucking
I feel like
research
the
history.
90s are full of fucking like weird comedy spoof movies. Like more so than like
Yeah.
more so than the 2000s were. Like everyone thinks like, oh yeah, scary movie. Like no, the 90s was really full of that shit. Like
Yeah.
or
but
maybe
they
it
were
was late
funnier in the 90s.
They were.
In the 2000s, they weren't.
I mean, well, especially like if you go back to like the 80s, fucking
Yeah.
Was it Michael
Naked
Douglas?
Gun.
Michael Douglas. Okay, so yeah, it was Michael Douglas. I said the guy from Mighty Ducks. Oh my god, what are you?
Sorry.
Why are you playing it?
I didn't know it was a video.
It says
Did you
YouTube
confuse
on it.
Michael Douglas with Emilio Estevez?
I did, but that's because of their father and son. I always forget that they're like because Michael Douglas, when he's young, looks like Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the spoof movie was. Whatever, we'll look it up later. But fucking have to edit that little clip out now so we don't get.
It wasn't. Nobody heard anything.
No, it got picked up by the mic. I'm gonna edit this whole section.
All you heard was done.
I know, but write it down so I can just edit it. Like 40, 51. Because I don't want to have like part of a YouTube clip in our video or in our thing. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I don't remember what the spoof movie was. I just remember that fucking Charlie Sheen played the role of Michael Douglas in it. But
Yes.
anyway, moving on. Enough about beavers.
Oh my god. Enough about beavers. That's also a good title.
Enough about
beavers.
Leave it to Beaver.
Leave it to beaver.
You think
All right,
they
here's
know
my
what they're doing?
second misconnection because one just wasn't enough. This is not technically a misconnection, more so than it's an advertisement, but I thought it was funny and gross, but funny gross. As expected, our Las Vegas orgies are still on hold. Unfortunately, at this time, we have once again canceled our orgies in the Las Vegas area, sponsored by the LVSA. I don't know what that is, but Google at your own risk. We are on a let's see what happens schedule, but it's not looking until late May sometime. In the meantime, we're still highly suggesting that everyone, future and current guests, there's a website, I'm not going to say it, to find individuals for the same things that take place at our parties, but on a more one-to-one basis rather than a group thing. Thank you for your patience and understanding. That's it. That's my. Everyone's horny on Maine.
So apparently LVSA is the Las Vegas Sports Academy.
Ah. Just a
Damn.
bunch of horny sportsmen need to go on that manly boat.
But it could also be the Las Vegas Spa Association?
Oh,
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
Those are my posts. I hope you like them.
I did.
I
very
enjoyed
much.
them.
Okay.
What have you got for us in your relationships?
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm gonna read a long one because I feel like it.
Because it's her Minisode, she can do whatever the fuck she wants.
Right, I might as well. Well, I picked this one. I just didn't know where to put it, but it's better to do the long one now since, But also, I picked this one because something like this happened to me, and I was like, this is juicy. Oh, wait, am I lying? Did I not pick that? Well, I might have lied.
Oh.
Wow, what a tease.
What a tease.
Dan, you're really
what
building this all up here just to knock us all back down.
Oh, yeah, tell me that really long one that's super spicy.
Okay, no, I got it.
Okay.
There was just an update, and like I didn't know what order. Okay, here it is. So this, when I was in my early 20s, this stupidly happened to me because I didn't understand like red flags, and I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, even though I felt the red flag. I was like, no, I'm being a bitch. I should really give people the benefit of the doubt, and then don't do that.
Literally, that right there, what Sushie just said, life lesson to all 20-year-olds. Literally,
don't give people the benefit of the doubt, because
your
if it walks
fucking
like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a cheater, pumpkin eater.
Trust. Yes. Trust your gut. Don't
trust your gut. If it's fucking, if the math ain't mathin', just move on. So this story was really similar to something that happened to me when I was fucking young and dumb. I was like 19 or 20. My boyfriend of 10 months is best friends with his ex. She refuses to meet me, and it's getting weird. I started dating my boyfriend, Jeff, 10 months ago. This relationship has been... Can you hear the sirens?
Yeah.
Should I just wait and we'll edit it out and I'll do it again?
Concrete City.
Concrete. Welcome to the jungle.
It's perfect because you got like the leopard print thing.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
Going on right now. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're good.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Take two.
We all know that like being a part of New York, this is what you got to deal with. So
It just is what it is. There's an ambulance outside. Oh yeah, the siren. Oh, it's right outside my window. I can see the lights.
Oh.
I kind of want to look out the window and be a nosy neighbor, but I won't.
Just read the title again.
yeah.
I just want. Oh, okay. My boyfriend of 10 months is best friends with his ex. She refuses to meet me, and it's getting weird. I started dating my boyfriend, Jeff, 10 months ago. This relationship has been amazing so far, and I definitely see a future with him. There's just one problem. He has a weird relationship with his ex that's starting to make me really uncomfortable and suspicious. When we started dating, he often talked about his best friend, Jenna, who he also owns a business with. He made it pretty clear that she was an important person to him. I know they'd spent vacations together, and he mentioned hanging out with her parents a few times, too. A few weeks after I met him, I creeped through all his pictures on Facebook, because who doesn't do that with someone they're starting to date?
Who doesn't stalk their newbie?
Who doesn't internet stalk people? I saw a bunch of very coupley pictures of him and Jenna. I also found her Instagram and looked through it, and it's filled with pictures of Jeff. A bunch of them had the hashtag relationship goals and other similar things. So in this way, I figured out they had dated. I kept waiting for him to tell me that himself, but he never did. About 2 months after we started dating, I straight up asked him if he dated her, and he admitted it. He said that they had met in school and had similar ideals and ambitions. They dated for 9 months and broke up a year and a half ago. I asked him why they'd broken up, and he said their relationship was awful and they worked much better as friends. They started their business after they broke up, and things have apparently been going well between them since.
Jesus Christ.
I know, right? Messy. I started to get kind of suspicious about her, though, when time passed and I still hadn't met her. I met his friends and family pretty soon after we started dating, but I didn't meet Jenna. I went to numerous social events that I'd expect to see her at, but she was never there. There were a number of occasions where our paths almost crossed, and I really thought I was going to meet her, but I never did. For example, I went to their office a few times to meet Jeff after work, and Jenna had already gone. Or sometimes I'd come to meet them and he'd come outside to meet me so I wouldn't have to go out inside. Things started to get really weird about 3 months ago. Jeff and Jenna were having an open house night one evening. Jeff came over to my place after work, and we had a few hours to kill before it was time to go. So we went out for dinner, and then we walked to the office. I was kind of expecting that I'd come in and help them set up. But when we were a block away, he started asking me if I had lots of work to do and saying there was a really nice coffee shop nearby. He actually walked me to the coffee shop and sat me down, then left to go get ready with Jenna. He told me to come to the office an hour and a half later. Suspicious.
Are they living together? Like,
Suspicious.
No, he came to her place.
okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean him and Jenna. Are they him and the ex? Are they living together?
Yeah, are they
had an
boning,
open
like-
house.
Oh, okay.
They-
Okay.
It depends on what their business is.
Okay.
Maybe it's like real estate or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
After half an hour before I left the office, I texted Jeff and said I hoped everything was going well and asked if there was anything I could do. He replied and said, something's come up for Jenna and she can't be here tonight. I was getting really suspicious at this point. I went to the office half an hour later and sure enough, Jenna wasn't there. People kept asking about her all night. Jeff told them she'd had a family emergency. When we walked back to the car later that night, he told me what happened. While he and Jenna were getting ready, she said she had a panic attack and said she was scared to meet me. She said she wouldn't be able to handle it and either had to leave or he had to tell me not to come. He told her to leave, so she did. Since then, a couple more weird things have happened. I still haven't met Jenna. Once, when I was hanging out with Jeff, we went to the office so he could grab something. When we were almost there, he looked at his phone and said, Jenna's still there. Let's go for a walk. Excuse me. So we walked around the block for half an hour and then came back. When we came back, she was gone. After that happened, I told Jeff I felt really uncomfortable with the situation. I could respect that they were friends who had dated, but the way she was acting about me was very suspicious. He apologized and said he had actually been really mad at her, but wasn't sure what to do. He also told me a couple other weird stories about things she'd done. He went to a party a few weeks ago. I didn't go, and his phone had died that night. When he got home and charged his phone, it was full of texts from Jenna saying she was outside in her car and asked if I was there or not. Woo! I actually never ended up going to the party simply because she didn't know if I was there or not. Now, here's the kicker. Jeff and Jenna are currently on a 2-week-long camping trip. They'd been planning this trip since before I met him, but considering the way she's behaved, I feel very uncomfortable about him being on this trip. I just looked at her Instagram and she's posted 5 new pictures of him. As awesome as Jeff is, I'm really fed up with this, and I'm seriously considering breaking things off when he gets back. Am I being unreasonable? No.
Okay. Why? Okay. Are people just fucking stupid? Like, I don't.
Yes.
I can't. How can you write out this entire story and be like, "Am I
Red
being
flag. Red
unreasonable?"
flag.
Like,
Red flag.
like, come the fuck on.
I
Like,
did not expect that ending. I officially would have been done with giving the benefit of the doubt at the whole we had to walk around the park for half an hour.
I'm walking around the block for no broad. Are you fucking kidding?
What do you mean Jenna's still there? You own the business. Just walk in.
yeah.
And
Right.
also, like, I'm not gonna lie, there's a difference between your significant other going to the office every day, and maybe you don't know their coworkers, maybe you don't know what the inside of their building looks like, blah blah blah. But when that person owns their own business,
Who gives a shit?
I am gonna like go to your business. I'm gonna walk in your job at any moment.
Right.
You know, like maybe I want to deliver you lunch.
Yeah.
You own your own business. You kind of like run your own little thing here. You know, like what the fuck, Jenna, get over it, or like everybody else here, they're fucking like,
And they never stopped.
and they didn't
And you're the
stop.
side chick.
Right. So there is an update, but it's not as long. But basically, the synopsis is the OP. I'll post it.
Okay.
Obviously, the OP was like, "Bro, nah," and they broke up. And then Jenna and the guy stopped talking because he realized like he had time to like look on the outside and be like, okay, that was a weird situation. So he stopped being friends with Jenna and then got back together with the girl, and they're happy now.
What about their job? Like, they work together. How's that going?
I think they dissolved the business.
Jesus.
So
You ever just like dissolve someone's
think-
entire life by existing?
it sounds like, well, we don't know how old they are, do we?
25 and 26.
Okay. Yeah, that's old enough to fucking.
Old enough, yeah.
That's old enough. First of all, really weird to date someone and then make a business with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, retroactively, like you break up and then you make the business. That's weird.
And
Really weird.
I'm sorry, but this whole bullshit of like, okay, so you are going on a camping trip with your ex? Why? Like,
Right, why?
That's
why?
fucking weird.
But also like the fact that, at the beginning of the relationship, he made it a point to let OP know, like, hey, she does mean a lot to me, and this is my best friend and my business partner. and then months later you still haven't met her, this supposedly like really important person, like that would be my first like, yo, I can't meet your best friend ever.
Right.
She's
Like,
sick.
Why
all
would
the
your best
time.
friend not want to meet me?
She's sick
Yeah.
all the time. She's she magically left the office. Are you kidding me? Does this person exist? Like
We have to walk around the block.
but I would be done with the block. I would be
yeah.
officially done with that.
I feel like a big thing a lot of people, especially in stories like these that people don't pick up onto, is the boundary between best friend and like somebody who's literally like yearning for somebody else. Because we do hear
Yeah,
a
the
lot.
line is really blurry
It is.
sometimes.
We do hear a lot of these like, oh, this is my best friend, but then it's like, why is the best friend jealous of the relationship?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
maybe you need to look into that because
Right.
they were your best friend and they were longing for you. Then you got with somebody else and now they're here and they don't want to meet the person you're with. Like if your best
That's a
friend
huge issue.
does not want to meet your fucking spouse or relationship or whatever, like that's a fucking issue. And people are like, they're just, they were just weird. They're just shy. They just want to be with me and not with you. Like it's like,
Yeah.
So another thing though is this party situation as if I was
For
the
the
guy.
business.
Yeah,
and then half the business owner is not there.
if I was the guy and I went to this party and my phone died and later I found out that this girl fucking texted me and called me a million fucking times asking if my girlfriend was there because she didn't want to go, I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a clue. Hey,
Right.
it's really fucking weird here. Like this has to stop. This has
Yeah.
to stop.
Yeah.
You're ruining my fucking life. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm literally not gonna deal, like maybe once or twice, but after that third time, yo, what the fuck is your problem? Don't
Right.
text me about this anymore. This is actually your issue. If you arrive somewhere and see someone you don't really want to interact with, that's your fucking problem, not mine. I'm not gonna cater to that.
Right. So this is what happened to me when I was like 19, 20 years old. So you guys have known me. You've met me in real life. I can kind of like shoot the shit with anyone.
Yeah.
I've always been like that. Like, even if I don't like you, I can have a conversation with you and then I'll just go mind my business. So I was dating this guy, like, whatever. And he had a very similar situation where his best friend was someone that he used to date. And I don't really care about stuff like that. I'm like, okay, no doubt. Cool. Also, I was ignoring red flag, and I didn't want to seem like the jealous, insecure person. So there was a lot of things that like didn't fucking add up, and the math wasn't mathing. That they just legitimately didn't add up. So like we hung out a couple times, and she would just basically just didn't like me, and I'm like, why? I was just like, we just had coffee. I don't understand why
Yeah.
you don't like me so
Yeah.
much. What? And then it got to the point where like she would not be anywhere near me. That I was with this person for like a couple of years. So we had to like split holidays. So if it was the guy's birthday, like every other birthday, like I would go to one and then she would sit out and then
What
the
the
next
fuck?
one.
That
We literally
oh
were
my
like splitting custody
God.
of this person, right? And so I was trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. Oh, okay, maybe I just make her really uncomfortable. She really doesn't like. Maybe whatever. I'm so grating of her personality. I don't know. I'm not. I'm so like whatever. But whatevs. They're married now.
Oh.
They're married now.
Oh my
Yeah, so
God.
like
What do
it
you
was
think they
it was
say about
very
you?
similar. Like if there was a situation where like there was a party or a holiday or something where like we would have to see each other, she would either like not come or make up an excuse like that, or like we would just straight up split holidays or birthdays or things like or celebrations and stuff like
That's
that. Or just,
like a child.
like a child.
fucking child.
Like a child.
Oh my God.
And I was too dumb at 19, 20 to realize
That's not normal. Yeah.
that's not normal.
That's not
normal.
my fucking God.
Not normal.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I read that and I was like, I should have cursed her out then. Yeah, well, they're married now, so good for them.
Wow.
We
Better
had
them
so
than
many.
me.
We had
Not
so
the
many.
marrying type.
We had so many ups and downs. This.
I know.
So-
So
Episode.
many adventures.
So many.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm glad we learned about Sushie's past, her dark history, where she dodged a bullet.
Oh right.
Oh God,
Holy
did I?
shit.
Oh yeah, I definitely dodged a bullet there. No tears were shed. Not a single one. Yep.
Well, if you guys have your own stories or you see stories on Reddit, please send them our way. Make sure to screenshot them, send them in the email, tag us on Twitter, something, anything.
Yeah.
Give us a 5-star review on iTunes and thumbs up our content. We need to get those analytics going.
Yeah.
There's a lot of listeners, but we need some more, movement.
Yeah, we're gonna pop in. We want to pop up to the top. Listen. Do us all a favor, right? Whatever you're listening to this on, let's do this, and I'm gonna say this at the beginning of the next episode too. What if all of you all just took like 10 minutes, if that, 5 minutes? I don't know how long it's gonna take. Give us an hour of your day anyway, so fucking whatever. Who cares? What's an extra 5-10 minutes?
Right. If you're listening to this, multitask.
Open this podcast up, even if you listen on something else. Open it up on iTunes and fucking rate it and leave a comment. Because if enough people do it, it'll boost us up, and then iTunes will recommend it to more people, and then it gets spread around. So I'm just gonna say,
And then we have more stories.
just do that,
Absolutely.
and then we have more stories, and then everybody wins. So I'm gonna fucking shell this out on the full episode too. You can watch it.
Absolutely. Yeah, give us a like, leave a comment. Comments are super helpful on all platforms.
Yeah.
If you're listening on Spotify, give us a thumbs up. I think there's like a little subscribe button or follow button on
you can
Spotify.
follow. Yeah, you can follow things on Spotify.
Yeah, add us. Add us in there. It really helps out, and we can get more stories if we get more listeners.
Absolutely.
But we will be back this coming Wednesday for a full episode, and we will catch you guys then. I don't know why I'm doing this voice. Bye.
Jesus, is there a ghost in here?
I'm the ghost of the leaving button.
I hope so.
Bye.
Hate it.
Podcast is haunted.